Hello, in this video we will be looking at using Teams with a smartphone, a mobile phone. Now as you'll see from this phone, I am using an Android phone. The situation is that the Teams application looks the same on Android or iPhone. This is also true for a tablet. So we are going to go through how to access your assignments, how to complete your assignments, and how to hand them back. Okay, so what I've done is I've gone to my, in this case, Play Store or whatever the iPhone equivalent is. I think it's the App Store, and I've downloaded Teams. Now I'm going to open up Teams, and what we're going to need to do is you're going to need to then log on to your Teams. Okay, now you need to log on with your school email account, not your hub email account, your school email account. This is your username at cardiffwestch.cardiff.sch.uk, and you use your school password. If you go to the YouTube channel that you're looking at this on, there is a video on how to do that and what to do if you can't remember your password logons. Okay, so let's go through. There's a couple of welcome screens. Obviously, I've had to go through that myself beforehand. We're left with these, and what I want to do is draw your attention to these icons at the bottom of the screen. Okay. Now, I'm logged in with a test account, and I've gone to my Teams, and I can see here that I'm involved in 3 separate teams. I've got my Year 7 ICT, Year 7 English, and Year 9 Creative Medium. These will be unique to you, depending on what classes you have. Now you'll also see on the screen that it says General, General, and General. So there's a General here, there's a second General and a third General. Now you can access your assignments through this button here. However, as I found this morning, that not all of them come up when you look at it. So we're going to have to look at doing this in a different way. So we go into my teams. I've got my 3 teams here. Now I'm going to attempt a assignment. And I'm going to do this using a piece of paper for my answer, and I'm going to submit a picture of my piece of paper. So I'm just going to click on General here. Okay, now I can see that there are a number of assignments here. Okay, now what I'm going to do now is I'm going to access this one here. Now you'll see I'm clicking on the View Assignment button. Now this part will be the same for whatever subject you're looking at. There is an instruction part, as you can see here. This is for you to read through what needs to be done. Now, obviously, this is my lesson. I'm not going to waste your time and mine by reading it all through. And then I'll read it through and look at what I need to do. And there are some reference materials there. Now, there may not always be reference materials, and reference materials may be very different. In each case, it could be a web link, there could be a form, there could be lots of different activities in there. However, I'm just going to click on this one here. Now you'll find you may get a prompt to download Office PowerPoint, but in most cases you should just come up here, and here is the lesson that I've been set. As you can see, it's in a similar format to what you'd have at school. So I'm going to look through this, and I'm going to, all right, what do I need to do? Okay, so I've looked through, I know what I need to do. So before I start anything, I've read the instructions, I've looked at the reference materials, I now know what I've got to do. Okay, so I'm just going to go through now. So what I've done is I have already written out a very, very rough example of the sort of thing that we need to submit. So I'm going to go to my camera, and I'm going to look at my work and photograph it. Just do it a couple of times, make sure it's done. So that's now ready to go. Obviously your work will be of much higher quality than mine. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to add work. So let's have a look. There are many different ways of doing it. You could do it via a link, but however, what we've done here is we've taken a photograph of my completed work and we're going to upload it from this device. Now, this is probably where your iPhone and your different Android systems do different things. However, most people will know how to find a photograph. So I'm just going to click on that. It's now uploading the photo. Right, that's great. That's all done. So I've looked at my lesson. I've looked at the any resource material that may be on there, reference materials. I've completed my work on paper, and I'm now going to press on the top left hand side. There's a hand in button. I'm just going to hand that in. Get my nice little ice cream or unicorn or whatever, and I then have handed in my work. That's one of my tasks completed. Now, hopefully, this will help you access the work online. I would also like to say that you can look at trying to do it through this part here with maybe completing your own work. However, what we've found is this is much more difficult. So hopefully this helps people get going with Microsoft Teams on their phones.